So we moved the boat a couple miles from Marsh Harbor to Elbow Key, which is where Hopetown is. There's a nice little lighthouse there. You can see it from our little dinghy ride down to Tahiti Beach. And Hopetown's a cute little harbor. It's got some mooring balls inside, and then it also has an outside anchorage. That's where we're anchored here on the outside. And here's the inside moorings and kind of an overview of the whole area. We got to go to a dinghy thingy, which is basically kind of a barge where they'd set up some music, and everybody kind of brought their own food and drink and just had a real good time listening to some music floating around in the dinghy. So that's a dinghy thingy. We stayed in Elbow Key for a few days, and then we went to go pick up our guest Felice in Marsh Harbor. So we are at Tahiti Beach, which is a nice beach here that's exposed at low tide, and there's always a lot of people down here. Got a nice snack shop here. And we're just out here in a couple of feet of water. Gonna have a little bit of fun in the water. Betsy's walking over there. See, we have these lovely under cabinet lights on our boat. Ooh, they're nice. But every time I turn these lights on, which we have them pretty much around the whole cabin, Betsy starts vacuuming. Because it shows
everything.
All the dirt on the floor. Look, there's still some over there. You missed a spot, honey.
Yeah. Get it next time.
Get it next time. All right. So it's a bright day here in Hopetown, Bahamas, and Betsy's been working on the stainless on our solar arch. It's part of the ongoing maintenance that we have to do on a boat. Stainless is just that, stainless. It's not stain free, so we have to polish it from time to time. It's a beautiful day here, a little bumpy, a little windy. We're getting ready to move back over to Marsh Harbor tomorrow and pick up a friend of ours who's coming on the boat for a little while. We're just doing some chores today that need to get done, making water, polishing stainless, all in a day on a boat. So we picked up our friend from the airport yesterday in Marsh Harbor, and then we pretty much motored up to Manjack Key because today was going to be kind of windy, and we wanted to get on up here and get some protection. Didn't want to go through the cuts when we had 20 knot gusts. So we're here in Manjack, one of our favorite anchorages here in the Abacos. And it's a little rolly, but not bad. So we are going to go to the beach in the dinghy. A little slow, bumpy ride. And we're going to go for a hike to the beach. Should be fun. We're on the beach. You can see the boat in the distance over there. The dinghy's kind of hanging in there on the anchor. This is our reward for our walk through the woods. This beautiful beach. With very few people on it. Just us. So we did a slow sail from Manjack, what we call Manjack South to Manjack North. So you can see that we were That's the Atlantic right there. There is an outer reef out there. It kind of keeps the swell down. But we basically have this entire little cove to ourselves today, which is nice. And over in the corner over there is usually some rays that we can feed. The ladies are getting the paddle boards ready to go. They're going to paddleboard over to the beach, and I'll follow in the dinghy. It's a beautiful day, a little cloudy. Might get a couple sprinkles, but hopefully not. So we got some small nurse sharks here, interested in our food that we have. We're kind of more interested in feeding the rays. Sorry, 5 sharks right now. Look. Ladies are getting the paddle boards all set up. They're going to paddleboard. We're going to paddleboard down the end, see if we can find more rays than sharks. But sharks will come. Food the water. Lisa and Betsy out on the paddle boards. Lisa's first time on a paddle board. We got a ray coming to see. We got some food here. Fleece, the professional paddleboarder, is loose on the ocean. What happened to your rays, honey? Where'd they go? You ran them off? So we've had a bit of boat drama the last couple days. We've had, well, the day before yesterday we came into Marsh Harbor and we had our 12 volt blinking on and off as we came in, and right as we went to anchor, the 12 volt kicked out altogether, and so we had the anchor not down but not up either, and we had to do the manual release on the windlass, which of course fought me some, so I was kind of beating on the windlass and Betsy was keeping the boat off the other boats, but we did get the anchor down good enough, and then luckily another cruiser that we knew electrical real well, so he came over and helped us troubleshoot it. Turns out one of our battery protects had gone haywire, so we swapped our battery protects and kept the good one for the house bank, and just kind of stacked the wires on the solar one until we can get a new one. So we've got some friends bringing that in from the US next week. And then while we were doing all that, I noticed we had oil in the engine compartment down in the sump. So we have an oil leak somewhere, and it wasn't there 36 hours earlier, so it was a fair amount of oil. So we have a problem to diagnose with the starboard engine. I soaked up all the oil out of the sump and looked around for an obvious leak. It seems to be coming from the front of the engine, so the main seal, the coolant pump, and the raw water pump are all candidates. So we're gonna be here in Marsh Harbor for a couple days. We got some work get done, we get better internet here, so we've got a few things to do, and then we'll probably move over to Hopetown or Tahiti Beach or someplace, and during that process we'll see if we can diagnose the oil leak problem, see where it's coming from. Life on a boat, cruising, it's fun. So I've got the engine compartment pretty much cleared out of oil. Got new absorb balls put down in the bottom. So now I'm going to run the engine and see if I can find the leak. So I was able to run the GoPro down around the engine while I was running, and couldn't really find the oil leak, but did see the oil splatters around the raw water pump. And so I took the raw water pump apart, the impeller. It seemed to be working okay, but then we're having problems with water flow. And finally it looks like the raw water pump just kind of gave up. So we are waiting on a new raw water pump to come from the US, and of course it costs way more than you think it should, but it's a boat, so everything costs more. So we as soon as we get that in, we'll be able to replace the raw water pump, hopefully, and be back in business on the starboard engine. Thanks for watching our video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button if you like the video. Join us again with the next video where we're going to be cruising the Bahamas. We got some more friends coming in, so we're going to go do some more exploring. But first, we'll have to try to replace our raw water pump on our starboard engine. See how that goes. See you next time. Thanks.